So why aid in Africa isn't working? A lot of people don't understand why it's not working. Everyone's just like, oh, well, we keep on giving them shit. It should be working by now. It's not that simple. Is anything ever that simple in life? Probably not. Because you just can't just keep on giving them everything and expect everything to be okay in this world because of our economic policies. If you keep on giving them stuff and they can't do anything because you already give them everything, how's anyone over there going to make any money? And let's get into the aid that we're giving them. I mean, we give them food, and we give them supplies, we give them shirts, we give them clothes, we give them medical supplies. But when we give it to them, oftentimes, especially food, it goes into the hands of warlords who just sell it. And then the warlords become more powerful. They buy a whole bunch of weapons, they enslave everyone around them, and they make them work for mining industries, and then sell it off to big corporations like Apple. And then we don't do anything about it because our regulatory policies aren't really doing anything over there at the border. When it goes to the smelter, it gets smelted down. The minerals, we don't even know where they came from. And then they wind up in our phones for a marked up price of thousands of percent more. So it's ridiculous because these people are hard workers, and they could do a lot more in the world, and they shouldn't have to be stuck at gunpoint every day, stuck in the mines, or doing diamonds and stuff like that, because we're just accepting the status quo of the way it is. And even we give them money all the time, but the money, it goes to the government, which is already corrupt, and then it never makes its way to the people. It normally makes its way around and then into their hands and then into other corporations' hands that have come over, and they sign certain contracts and like, oh yeah, well, we'll build this, and then they build it and then it never goes used. This is sitting there and it's just an empty building. Or it's because they're like, oh well, we built the building, but we can't hire the people to go into the building. It's an economic shitstorm. That's what it really is. And that might not sound like it makes sense to you, but let's think about it in the way of t-shirts, which they don't even want anymore. Like clothes, they're just like, stop sending us clothes. I think they had a blockade of clothes. They're just like, no more. You know why? Because they got all the clothes, and when they got all the clothes, oh yeah, all these people are now clothed, but there's no one who's going to get paid to make the clothes in Africa, so it doesn't go back to the community. I mean, they're not going to, the person who would have come up making clothes there and selling them locally doesn't exist. So there was no taxes on him if he got rich. There was no him giving back to the community and helping out. It is just an empty spot that we filled. And if we did it right, it'd be okay. You know what they say? If you give a man a fish, but if you teach him how to fish, he can catch his own fish. And we should be helping them. They need help. This is the way it is. But we're not doing it the right way yet. We should be going there, creating farms, and creating these manufacturing jobs to create clothes. Except they need to be paid well and not have the corporations take 90% of the profits to go to their CEOs and marketers and all that dumb shit. Like, the best way to do it would be to do it and then for a certain time give them subsidies, so that way we could let them give everything out for free to the people that need it while still paying them high wage jobs, which would boost the communities and it'd help the communities out, and it'd create a whole new class. Like, that's not manufacturing jobs, but farming jobs, like food, everything like that. Creating medical supplies. Man, a big part of it is the fact that our intelligence rights are way messed up. This is why we have way too many millionaires and billionaires. But going back to the point is, they need more education, more transportation infrastructure. They need a better voting system because everything over there is so corrupt. Like, their votes are normally not even really counted. It's all propaganda, and whoever has the most money is just gonna win, just because people aren't able to really go out and vote too well because they're stuck in a village and the voting place is 100 miles away. They're just not gonna walk 2 on foot because they have to go get water 6 miles away every single day. And people just sit there and wonder, oh well, I guess Africa should be able to take care of itself, right? Well, yes and no, because they could theoretically, but we have our hand in there in the wrong way, and we're actually like pretty much like taking out their pockets. Not us in particular, but corporations and the governments are doing it wrong, and everybody's doing it wrong. Like, they need skilled laborers over there, and we have people that can teach them that, and we could send them over there and get it ready and help give them jobs, set up schools, set up like data banks. We could have a huge building with lots of computers, like a huge library for people to come learn. See, and also a big thing, that reason they have so many problems over there is because they speak over 2,000 languages. There's over like 2,000 languages in Africa. I mean, you can't all get along if you don't all speak the same language. I mean, yeah, you could kind of understand each other, but half the time you don't. So, I mean, you don't even understand what's going on because you don't understand what anyone's saying to you. It's kind of hard to get anything done. And if they had a better education system, they'd understand a lot of things that are going on. And because these people aren't dumb, not by any means. They still have, that same intelligence. I guess not. It's an intelligence portfolio that we would have. Portfolio is not the right word, but they have the same, percentage of people with average intelligence and high intelligence. But the thing is, they don't have the education to go with it, to do much with it. Like, I mean, you see these people build houses though, and huts, and go hunting, and the things that they do, and they do it in extraordinary ways, and you already know that they're intelligent. See. But we need to be helping them in a better way, because clearly it is not working. I'm not just talking about Africa. I'm talking about all third world countries that are developing and that we are messing up. The developed world is trying to help, and I get that. We're just helping the wrong way. We're not doing it right. Because we're going over there and we're making their markets horrible, and then corporations are going in there and they got their lobbyists, and they have people like messing up with the government on purpose. They're purposely destabilizing the whole government to make profits. And then we're just like, okay, well, I guess we'll try to do something. We'll create a few laws in a couple of years, because every Congress in the world takes forever to get anything done. It's just ridiculous. And we as a society need to stand up, and we need to help these third world countries, and we need to actually do something before the whole giant population of uneducated people in those areas, because education is going to still go up. It's still going to go up everywhere. And the smarter someone gets, the more dangerous they could be if they don't have the right psyche. So eventually it could be very disturbing and very messed up if we do not help them, and they do not feel like they are being taken care of globally, like they're not being seen as equal to us. And we need to make them equal to us, because people should be equal. They need equal opportunities in life and equal chances. And that's the way it should be. And we need to help them. Just not the way we're doing it. We need to make sure warlords aren't getting all the clothes, and we need to make sure all those business executives and all the corrupt politicians over there aren't taking all the money.